We about to go see what's going on. We about to go see what's going on here. What's going on, boys? What's going on? How's your all's day going?
Yeah, you know I was. Those are the ones that need to hear this shit, not us. That's what I did. I took everybody back to 1619.
Yeah,
Due to the fact is, it's because you have a president that's sitting there and everybody's watching him on TV.
Yeah.
He thanked the 60 legislative men that were in Jamestown.
That's weird. Okay, so I'm here with?
Brian Gary. I'm one of the organizers here with United We Stand.
So policy-wise, what do you disagree and what do you agree with Trump?
I don't think I agree with much. I mean, I probably do agree with a 10% tariff on China. But other than that, I don't think I'd agree with much. I mean, in terms of African American rights, LGBT rights, immigrant rights, healthcare for all, I think we disagree on all that, the new Green Deal. But, you know, I mean, it's okay if we agree on one, economic thing. Yeah.
So with a lot of people running so far with for president, a lot of people have proposed a ban and buyback of certain firearms. Would you be for that or against that?
A buyback of firearms?
Yeah, of certain firearms. So for example, would be
streets, we'll pay money to get the gun back off the streets, you mean?
It was
like an AR-15?
Like an AR-15, things mainly based off cosmetics, so the look, and so something how it wouldn't affect how it functions.
I would support that, but I also don't think that's effective because what you usually get back from a gun buyback are defective guns or rusty guns out of somebody's basement that nobody cares about anyway, and they're paying a higher price than they could sell them for somewhere else. So that's what really normally happens with a gun buyback.
Who are we shaming?
Excuse me?
Who are we shaming?
I believe it's Donald Trump. Are we shaming?
No, we're shaming the protesters across the street walking. Or sorry, not the protesters. We're shaming the supporters walking in across the street.
Why?
Because we don't support Donald Trump, obviously, and we think that a lot of his beliefs are very immoral, and so we want to shame the people crossing or going into the event.
What do you agree and what do you disagree with his with policies so far with his administration?
To be honest, I haven't quite been following so closely right now. There have been a lot of news reports on different things, such as that have indicated racist remarks, sexist remarks, and that is what a lot of people here on this side don't agree with.
I'm horrified by the separation of families from their children, particularly mothers from their children. Matter of fact, today we started our day at the Freedom Center here in Cincinnati. I don't know if you've seen the Freedom Center, but in there was a conversation about how children of Africans who were sold into bondage, sold into slavery, were separated from their families. And it made me immediately think about what's happening here in our country today. And I am ashamed to be an American at this point in time. I was born in 1957, and I grew up in the 60s, and I watched what happened in the 60s and the early 70s with the civil rights movement. I remember Martin Luther King being shot. I remember African Americans being hosed down in the streets and dogs biting at their ankles. I remember the women's movement. I remember so much, and I thought we were past this. When Donald Trump said the other week that certain members of our Congress should go home to their own countries, that reminded me of when I was a teenager, 13, 14, 15, and people were saying that to African Americans, and if you didn't love this country, you should just leave. I just thinking, what's happening? Where are we going? How can we be going backwards in terms of all the energy that people put into the 70s and the 80s, moving us forward? I'm astonished. I'm in a non-belief.
We don't agree with all the protest techniques that occur right here. For actually the shame example that you mentioned, that's also a reference to Game of Thrones, which I don't watch personally, but I know the reference.
Way too violent. I don't watch it. I feel ashamed right now to be an American. I was born in 1957, and I cannot believe what's happening to our country. And I have been a very good citizen. I pay my taxes. I have raised my children well. I am a good person. I've never even had a ticket, a speeding ticket since 1985. I'm a good person, and I can't believe that this is where we're at.
So what do you all do out here?
We just came to kind of observe this.
We are liberals, or as it's called.
Yes.
We're here to take in the sights, not necessarily be convinced of anything because we already pretty much have our minds made up, but peacefully just observe.
Exactly. We don't want to cause any trouble.
Yeah,
we just want to see what's happening and just see the mess.
We have button-ups in case that, in case this causes a little too much controversy. I got a little button-up so I can go full incognito.
So policy-wise, what do you agree and disagree with the Trump administration so far?
Well, pretty much we disagree with a lot of the different things with moving forward with ICE and the border wall. Personally, I think it's a lot of wasted resources. I think we need to put more resources into, helping people who are here, in helping lower income and helping our education system rather than focusing on military and things like that. And I think also with some of the different statements Trump has made through Middle Eastern politics with supporting different countries like Iran and things like that, get a little sticky there. So I think we should focus on democracy and things like that.
What about you?
Well, she's the poli-sci kind of major, so I'm just gonna let her take that one. Basically the same. I just can't explain it as well.
Guys, you're going to a Trump rally. No one's talking to you. What?
Can I ask you a question?
What is this for?
It's for my YouTube channel, The Red View. I just asked.
Show me your YouTube channel. I want to make sure it's real. I'm going to talk to this.
Wait, what? I couldn't hear you.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah, but it's just for safety.
How you doing?
I do that with both sides.
Good.
What kind of questions do you have?
I just base it usually on what signs are nearby, and then the main one I ask is what
Are
do
you a left or right channel?
I personally lean conservative, but I do.
I don't have to. No, I'm not going to be humiliated. Go. We're not going to be made fun of on YouTube. Go. Go.
I just ask questions.
Go.
People talk.
Go.
Why?
You're racist, so go.
How? Wait, whoa! How am I racist?
Dude, don't you know you're racist because you're white?
Where are you?
Wait. No, I'm just genuinely wondering. So what message are you all trying to convey here out here today?
You need to get out of my face. Go. Go.
So what are your thoughts on the U.S. right now?
Go. Shut the f*** up and go.
He's allowed to harass you.
Don't forget to go to the KKK rally after this.
Wait, what? No, I didn't hear.
I said don't forget to go to the KKK rally after this.
I don't support the Ku Klux Klan, ma'am.
Oh, you don't?
No, ma'am.
Donald Trump does.
That's because you guys wear different uniforms now.
Wait, how so?
This is a replacement
Yeah, that's
for the hood. This is open racism.
Could you elaborate for the audience?
Everybody knows that people think that this is racist.
A brown man, what are you doing on this side? What do you think? You don't have any thoughts? You don't want to talk about your thoughts? I said, what do you think about all of this?
Define all of this. It's very broad, man.
Okay, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm neither. I don't really have an opinion on politics.
Okay, but
You support Trump or you don't?
You can support certain things and then not support certain things. Like someone.
That hat stands for racism.
Could you elaborate for the audience though, like what you mean by that?
I don't know who this audience is.
Just anyone that watches the video.
Who's gonna watch this?
My 230-some subscribers.
If Trump had his way, brown people like myself and these ladies would not be here. We wouldn't be allowed to be here.
How so?
Or we would be slaves.
No, ma'am.
Supports policies that permit racism.
But what about the First Step Act?
Okay, the
this is how I knew that this thing, this Make America Great Again, was the symbol for the new KKK. Is because as soon as, no, I'm not doing this.
No, ma'am. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
On your platform.
No, I'm just giving you a platform. I'm not gonna edit it. I swear on my life. I pinky swear. Wait, why?
I sat and watched those rallies.
Which ones? Every single one, or like? So.
He speaks hatred. So
Do you agree that a president has to be like stern and strong with what he says, and not weak like Jimmy Carter?
No, Jimmy Carter's not weak. Me, this hat stands for the KKK, because every single person that I've ever met that wears those hats is a racist.
So would you say that you don't know me? You don't know me, so how could you assume that I'm racist? Because what if I just support my country?
Make America Great are standing together.
So what about the people?
Egging on violence against brown people.
So wait, what about the First Step Act that he put into
Black
effect?
and brown people in this country have gone up exponentially as a result.
So what about the First Step Act that he put into place that helps?
I don't know what that is.
So it's prison reform, and it helps people that committed nonviolent crimes, and it especially affects people of color. Well, I would kindly suggest that you research it.
When you say make America great again, you're talking about going back to a time that was more racist?
Economically. That's the thing that a lot of people say. Make America great, and a lot of people interpret it as go back to another time period. But in reality, yeah, and I do agree with that. I do agree with that, ma'am. I don't disagree. But economically, it was a very good time. You can support someone and not agree with everything they do.
That's true. I supported Barack Obama, and I didn't agree with everything he did.
So would you say someone can do that with President Trump as well?
Absolutely, but I don't agree with anything he says. But what about the cages?
What about the cages? I do have to bring up a lot of the pictures that are being used now.
She just went there.
Huh?
She just went there.
You just went there? Where? What state and what detention
What are we
center?
talking about the cages? He's like, oh, those pictures.
No, a lot. No, I'm not saying every picture. I'm saying.
From El Paso. At 3 o'clock this morning, I came from El Paso. So what is your question?
Well, she brought up the cages, and I'm saying that I'm not saying every picture, and I'm not saying that it's not completely true. I'm saying that a lot of the pictures that have been used against the Trump administration were actually pictures taken from the Obama and Bush administration.
Right now,
yes, ma'am.
This is not about Trump, okay? This is not about Trump. This is not about Obama. This is about settler colonialism, okay, and white supremacy that is committed genocide on this country, that has committed genocide and that continues to keep children in cages separated from their families.
But would you say
using water as an oppressive structure to take from people? Have you ever been to a reservation?
No, ma'am, I haven't, and I have not had the option to yet.
Do you know what's happening on this land right now?
Like people that own like Native American land, or is that what you're talking about?
There's no ownership, first of all, because that's a white man's word, is ownership. There is no native language that talks about property or ownership. Okay, but
there's no wait. What? I misheard that. Could you?
Okay, I want you to understand that this is not about Trump. Yeah. I could give a about Trump. I could give a about Obama, because they're all the same. Every single one of them, Democrat, Republican, they are all oppressing our people. Okay. Since 1492, they have all been the same. Not you, brother, not you.
Wait, how me? But not him.
Because he's native. He's Guatemalan. He's native. He's native to this, what we call Turtle Island. He's native to this land. These Europeans.
Who says that I'm not?
Okay, what's your ethnicity?
Most of my family on my dad's side came over from Czechoslovakia.
Okay,
but
so
almost all of my family on my mom. No, I'm actually born here, so I'm not an immigrant, ma'am. What are y'all out here doing?
Well, the thing got closed down, so
they're not taking any more people.
No, man, they're capacity.
We waited like 2.5 hours.
Trump's where it's at, because everybody loves Trump. But we were up there, waited forever, and now we're down here because we wanted to cause trouble with these people.
Okay, so policy-wise, how do you think the Trump administration is doing right now?
I hate Trump, bro. I don't like Trump. Okay, yeah, I'm wearing a Donald Trump shirt.
Because he's our president.
He's way closer to libertarian than anything on the left is. That's why I don't like government. Nope, policies and all these stupid ass shit that they do is dumb. Why can't we all just be free and chill?
What
I
you?
agree with that. That's exactly what I agree with.
The reason I don't believe in the left side is what it sounds like, is because they believe in strong government. Like making a law that allows you to kill. That shouldn't even be a discussion. Abortion shouldn't even be a discussion. That should not even be. No, it's not allowed. That's basic human moral.
Life. It's a human life.
The fuck? You made the decision. It is the woman's decision.
Exactly. It is the woman's decision.
To take the dick in the pussy. That's what she did.
Okay, so what is the message you all are trying to convey today?
Close the camps.
I'm trying to convey that this is a very racist man and that he's very dangerous. And we've got to get him out of office. I don't care who anyone votes for as long as it's not him. He's dividing America and bringing out the worst in people.
Would you like to be in a video again?
I have no time for you. Go.
Okay. So, policy-wise, what would you say you agree with and disagree with the Trump administration?
One of the biggest things that I disagree with is the fact that he gave a 20% discount to corporations and did nothing in return. You know, if he wants to give them a discount of some kind, the people that have most of the money, then he could have negotiated something for people, things that people need, but ordinary people.
I would also say that by imposing this Chinese tariffs, he's absolutely hurting American businesses. He's undercutting our bottom line, and that's unacceptable. He should know better as a businessman, and he's going to run us bankrupt, just like he's run America bankrupt.
Very true.
Think of anything he's done right.
What about the First Step Act? Have you heard about that?
What is that?
So it helps people that, I'm pretty sure
No,
it helps.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, the First Step Act? I'm pretty sure it helps people that have committed nonviolent crimes get out of prison, and it helps people.
Absolutely. I'm all about getting brown and black people out of prison because Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Thanks. So what you need to do is decriminalize things, common sense legislation. And that's what we're really pulling for. And Trump doesn't reflect our values. His stuff is still made in China.
What stuff?
His hats, we actually looked at his hats on our way over. His hats still say made in China.
Wait, the ones on
their heads, yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of them are actually fake.
I looked at them, and they're selling them 2 for $10, made in China. So.
Wait, I just want to clarify. So which?
That gentleman over there.
That
they're
okay?
Made in China.
Yeah, those ones are not the ones that benefit his campaign.
Well, they should have told us that.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah, a lot of. They're lying. It doesn't benefit their campaign because the ones that do benefit his campaign and the ones that he are actually making.
Fascinating because
What, the hat or?
The friends of mine and my half of the family tree that did vote for Trump, they brought the hats in. Everybody's looking at them. Yeah, they're made in China, man.
No,
and
a lot of them are made
directly from his campaign to finance his campaign.
They're made. A lot of them
Don't
are made in
cut me off.
California.
Excuse me, I wasn't done.
Thanks. So we also want to know why Sandy Hook parents are suing InfoWars for, false identification of their dead children. And we're not okay with that. So we're also saying close the camps because all lives matter, but Black lives fucking matter. Thanks.
Oh, video. Yo, what just happened? So I'm here with?
My name is Dylan Clifford. How you guys doing?
So what are your thoughts on the protest right now?
I believe that it's important to see that people are passionate enough to take time out of their day to support views they care about. I agree with both sides. A little side note, not to take too much of your time. I'm a conservative that voted for Trump. I'm a veteran. I love this country more than anything. I will literally only get really angry if I see anyone burning the flag, okay? I swear to you. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But anyway, I'm digressing. The important thing that I really want to create that I come to realization later as somebody that did vote for Trump is that we're all just people. You know what I like? This right here, that we're talking. That's important, for real. It's not that's what it is right here. You know what's the really funny part? Is that all these people are so pissed off about one man, but they can't tell you who their governor or mayor is. They can't tell you that. But your governor or mayor is going to be the one that fixes your street, changes your police schedule, and makes sure everything you have. So really, what are you mad about? A man? You know how many people hate me when I show them that I show this hat? It's a hat that costed $5. Are you really about to break a law over a $5 hat? Really?
Penis. Okay guys, so that was the Trump protest. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at sam1776.pdf. We got shirts now. The campaign is up. The link will be in the bio to the website. And I'll see you all in the next video.